We're live. Okay.
So here we go, partner. We're here, happy to be here during Mercury retrograde. So many
Right.
communication and technology issues right now.
Yeah,
It's like, oh boy, just got to
I
roll
just,
with the punches.
I'm trying. I'm trying right now. I'm sitting there making sure I send out all of our links to all the beautiful people that listen to us every Thursday.
Yes.
Thank you to you guys. I'm gonna start, even though it's Mercury retrograde and the energy's weird in the air today, but I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, happy to be alive every day. Grateful to wake up and have another day to do some big things. And partner, I know you out here killing it. We have so much to discuss. Should
Yeah,
we start with R. Kelly being sentenced to racketeering? Is it?
that's what he got sentenced to.
I believe so.
That's
I
what he got.
believe
Heard that what they found him guilty for was racketeering. Let me just be 100% sure.
so. I don't
Yeah, you know
see
what I mean. So allegedly, but what's more damning to me is like, you know what I mean, what R. Kelly did in all
racketeering.
these years.
Sex trafficking.
What R. Kelly did all these years and how long he got away with it and how many
Yeah,
people were just like around that. You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? And uh, and it was known. You know what I mean? Like it was known in the industry that he was sleeping around with a certain underage woman, Aaliyah, allegedly, and things like that since she was like 12 or 14. I didn't watch the Surviving R. Kelly, but I definitely was gonna save it for a more pungent time. And what better of a time than now
Right.
at this point?
Oh, indeed, because I mean, it was a mess. Honestly, I stopped listening to him when I found out that he married Aaliyah. I was still a teenager, and I was
Yeah,
like devastated because his music is incredible. Like, I'm gonna keep it real, 12 plays that, but you got to
Billions are
go
made in
back.
12 play.
You think lots
Yes,
of them,
like
okay, on repeat. But the fact that he has traumatized so many different young women, and not just even the young women but their families as well, it really sickens me.
yeah,
And it's a common thing. It's a very common thing. I mean, I have to even keep it real. At 15, I was dating a 22-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
it's not like it's
it's too
uncommon.
foreign. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very much not foreign. A lot of high school girls are often dating grown ass men, that's why I keep such a tight leash on my kids, because listen, there's predators out there. So I watch
and
my girls developing bodies. It's scary because you see men looking, and I'll punch a guy dead in the throat. You know what I'm saying? And not think
as you
twice.
should.
Okay. Like, even when I moved to the neighborhood that I'm in now, I had to go around and be like, you see those girls I walk with, those are my daughters, make sure none of you. Oh, okay, purple, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna holler, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
Respect. Yeah,
My thing
respectfully.
is, I'm watching,
Like
also,
Shannon said.
we gonna get these. Yo, we're
Jeez.
gonna definitely drop that the Cannon Briggs interview. It was a great
Such a
interview
dope
listening to
interview.
it last week. But
Yeah, great
yeah,
energy.
just to touch back on the R. Kelly situation when it came to these women, and the parents were getting paid off back then too, and 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 that bothers me. You get what I'm saying? With some of these women, because they knew what was happening when you sent your child to go to
Okay.
R. Kelly's private quarters,
You were
and it's not like
Out your
videos,
child. You were pimping out your child.
right?
and they got a check for that.
Yes.
You know what I'm
And you got to
saying?
check
Years
for it.
later, and then now y'all want to come out years later and say, "Oh no, he did this." You're still right to say it, but it
Mm-hmm.
sucks that
I
you
know.
were compromised with a bag. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Anyone.
That would compromise their children. Forget about your moral compass, right? Your
Hmm
own child, for the sake of having money or a better lifestyle, you're straight basura. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hmm
you should be thrown under the jail as well, because you put your kids at risk and you were okay with it. And you can't act like, oh, I didn't know what was going on. A grown ass man and a young girl, you know exactly what the intentions are, especially when people are putting money on the table. No mentoring going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
And and on top of that, like I want to see the same thing that happened to him across the board. As far
Absolutely.
as with all these men that's
Uh,
doing snake,
in this
This
mookie,
industry,
weird.
this industry, unfortunately, and it's very dark. And that's why, like, even with Pudge, how he talks about, how this industry destroyed his soul, I get it, because this industry is very dark and a lot of dark and dirty things happen, and it often is an exchange of flesh, of people that are getting hurt as a result of it, right, partner?
Of course, you know what I
As
mean.
well as I know. And
These
that's why
people
I
come
love
in
how
in the
you
dreams.
move. Yeah, they do. And they have bad intentions. I love how you move. I love how I move, because we're very, very discerning in who we work with, who we let around us, because there's a whole other deep, dark abyss,
The
and
deepest,
wrap
darkest of VPR.
the deepest and darkest abyss. And if you disappear into that, it's just, it's very dirty.
And just like R. Kelly's not the only one. There's still Harvey Weinstein. I seen Bill Cosby coming to his aid. Cosby, I don't even know what to say about you no more. You just walking amongst the free. I ain't gonna knock you. You know what I'm saying? You
Does he
served your
even
time
walk
too.
anymore, though, bro? Is he walking amongst the free, or is he just out now
It don't
dying
look
in
like
his
he's
bed? Like,
struggling. He out here
well,
supporting Boozy. Boozy just dropped his movie. Shout out to Boozy. And Bill Cosby saying his supporting. So it's not like Bill Cosby hiding. You know
I
what I'm
didn't even
saying?
know.
He's out here tweeting and mentioning people and thanking people, and certain people agree with them. And for me, it's more of a thing. I just watch what I put around my energy. I ain't above nothing, but I just can't be in certain rooms with certain things if I know. If I don't know, but if I know, and
Oh, partner, you're a Libra. Won't you feel it in advance?
I'm saying, we walk in the room, and it's an essence, it's a vibe.
You walk right back out. We've done it. We've done it together. We've walked into the room like, nah. Boop.
And even if they just stripped R. Kelly for the keys from the city too, they took that back from him as they supposed to. We don't need that man having the keys to the city. You know what I'm saying? What doors he gonna be opening? What more doors he gonna be opening? He did. So this what we dealing with here on Thursday, the last day of September during this retrograde. But Kiana, how have you been feeling though? You know what I mean? Your personal well being. Let me ask you that.
My personal well-being is well, partner. I try so much to just tune out from a lot of things, because we're just surrounded by so much darkness. And my empathic spirit, and again, back to Pudge, like he was talking about this yesterday when Melanie was interviewing him for Bar TV, talking about how he went into psychology before he started rapping, like when he first graduated from school. And it was too much taking on people's personal problems and stuff. It became his burden.
Yo.
And I get that. And that's why I applaud psychologists, because mentally, I couldn't do it. It's a lot for even people to just dump on me all the time. And I've had friendships where people really just use me for that. They won't call in and check on me, check on my kids or whatever. If they do, it's a glide over so that they can get to their problem. And then I could tell them what to do and they could dump. And then they hang up and I feel like all shitty.
Yeah,
And
because
I'm
you gotta sit there and be like, damn, I'm going through my own problems and I'm thinking about their problems, because I genuinely care if I'm speaking to you. If I don't speak to you, I don't really mess with you, man. And that's just me being honest. So I get that. I get that. So their job is to take on other people's problems, deal with their own, and
listen, imagine the stories they hear. Like, I know what it's like to have relayed my story to a therapist. It's trauma. A lot of us have experienced some traumas, and I know people that have experienced even way more severe trauma than I have. So a therapist to have to hear that story, process it, go home to their kids, like, that's a lot. Applause to the therapist and
the
the
real essential
psychiatrist,
workers.
the real essential workers, because you're helping people keep their mental health intact, and I hope that your mental health is intact. So that's why I tune out, partner. How's your mental health doing?
For me right now, I'm in a place where I'm always working, like my back's up against the wall, because I'm trying to achieve something that's bigger than myself here. So I'm always focused on that day to day. I get lost in other things, but I definitely keep my head straight on. I'm all right right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you mean, partner.
Speaking about mental health, I was on the Girls Gone Wild podcast. Shout out to Ellie for having me last night. And we were talking about COVID, and over the year, like how now mental health has come to the forefront of like social media, bullying, and that happened over COVID. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the beauties of it. We just had a deep conversation over the night of how people are now a little bit more expressive with saying, hey, I have a problem. Hey, I'm going through this. Can you help me? And I feel like before COVID, we were all running around in our own personal lives, but none of that mattered. You know what I mean? Asking someone how they're feeling today wasn't a thing. It's not a New York thing to do. It's a by the time we ask you how you feeling, all right, we walking past you like this. Yeah, okay. We ask you what's good so we can walk past you in New York.
Right.
We don't really mean how are you doing, right? Is that how it goes? And it's jacked up, but I think it's also, part of the society that we've created where there's a big separation. I think even with COVID, before that we had the political
Yeah.
agenda that was in effect that created a lot of blatant racists, right? And blatant issues that now had to be put on the forefront, and people had to stop lying about who they were. And I think that tapped into people's mental health. The constant barrage of tweets and stuff from Trump, that tapped into mental health. Then we got hit with the COVID-19. So I feel like there's been a buildup of these things, but I completely agree. I think one thing that frustrates me is that still our people in particular, I feel, struggle with addressing mental health and the issues that they have. And unfortunately, if you can't address the mental health issues that you have, you're not going to be able to heal past them. And you're going to be that toxic person. And then people are going to have to dump you out of their lives for their own mental health. So it's such a deep domino effect. And we really have to tune in to where we are and if we're okay. Because if we're not okay, how can we take care of our kids? How can we, work? How can we function? It's all a lie, and we're just sweeping things under the rug. But deep down inside, not so good.
I've been just to touch back on it, Kiana. I've been sitting there cleansing people from my life. That's what I call, you know what I mean? Certain people that pull too much from your
Season.
energy.
Yes. Best
Yeah, because just having this time to yourself, where through COVID you can sit there and you see what people actually contribute and bring to your life, and that's a big thing. You know what I mean? People, you got to look around in the room to see who's around you and for what reason, and who's clapping for you and who's just shaking their head. You know what I'm saying? Not that not everybody's gonna clap for you, but you have to pay attention to the people that aren't.
It's just like they're close to you.
Right? Are they pouring into you, or are they just pouring out of you? You know, if they're close to you and they're not clapping for you, you already know.
You know what I
It
mean?
could be awful.
Yes, FMI, yes.
You see it? This
Bro,
what we needed.
every
This is the
time I
therapy
see
we
you
needed.
winning, I'm like, FMI, yes.
I'm
Every
trying.
interview I do, I'm like my amazing partner. Like, are you kidding me? It's funny because even a few weeks ago, somebody approached me and they said something that I think they thought was complimentary, but I actually was a little bit insulted. And they were like, "You're great at radio. You should really do your own show." And I was like, whoa.
That's the
Me and
thing.
my partner have been building something. I would never turn my back and
I
leave him. I
appreciate
said,
that.
now we get to where we want to be and where we're working toward. We already have our own businesses. So we
Of
branch off and
course.
do things, but it all comes back. I said, I would never, ever. I said, there's no Beyonce in this group. We're both Beyonce.
You see
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying? So, hey,
That's a fact.
that's what it is. And he was
Like,
like, oh, I didn't mean anything by it. Yeah, well, let's just be clear.
as if you feel me? That's what I'm saying. I'll be walking around and a lot of people ask me, "Hey, can you do a show?" I don't mind doing shows with people, but it's what we have here on VPR. It's not like I feel like I'm coming here to do a show. It's not like I'm coming here feeling like it's taken away from my day. It's more of a therapeutic, I'd say, relief for me, and to have somebody that we see eye to eye on many things is just beauty within itself. You dig what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've been doing this. I think we're going on our 4-year anniversary.
Partner,
You know what I'm saying?
you
So
believe
it's
it?
been a blessing being here. It's been a blessing being here. We're gonna close out this year strong. We have so many big interviews lined up, so many sponsorships that we still have inquiring and coming in. Thank you to everybody that's be tuning in every week. But Kiana, speaking about energy and mental health,
Yeah.
I seen Will Smith say that he went to his therapist and he was
Okay.
just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have like 12 girls because I gotta get back. So when my wife did this, so I could feel good." And he was saying this and I was dying. And he was just like, he had to stop because he was like, "Yeah, I kind of felt like my therapist was like bolstering my ego and I was going to go out there and do this." And he's like,
Well,
"That's not what we need."
Why would his therapist encourage that? Number
Man,
one.
your wife went out and got a 20-something-year-old singer. Hey,
right.
but but they both had their agreement. Not that I'm judging what happens in their bedroom, too.
Right.
So,
Their marriage. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, a mental health expert is supposed to help you
not even make
decisions, help you guide yourself toward making decisions. So if Will Smith feels like that behavior is going to further grow their marriage, you know, only he knows. What are you looking to do with this juncture? Is the marriage over and now you're just harboring? Because from what I remember, you know, there was things that happened on his side as well. People question whether it's an open marriage, but like you said, we can't get into their bedroom.
Yeah, right.
We don't know what's going
Somebody
on. That's
did
not
that.
my life. They always
Multiple
do.
people did that. I respect it when they, is it me or when you get money, you have to start sharing everything. That starts with your wife. Hey, let me know now before I touch the bag, all right? Because I feel like Will Smith, no matter how far, no matter what great movie he does now, we always still gonna remember this. And it's not a knock on him, you know what I mean? These things happen.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be like, damn, it was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Bad Boys, and it was amazing to me. And now I'm like, you got this situationship or whatever you want to call it. What do you call it? Entanglement.
Entanglement. That was the word of 2021, right? Wasn't it?
Oh, man.
Kris, so I see that our special guest has come in. Kris, we can't see you, so if you can load your video, we'll bring you up as soon as we can see you on screen. But I'm super excited. I mean, this is Stylist to the Stars. Shout out to my girl Aloria. I met him during New York Fashion Week.
Oh, that's awesome.
At one of the many shows where, you know, you get there and it's already over because it's over in like 10 minutes. And I was like, well, I'm coming to see you, girl. She was like, you have to meet Kris. That's Jeezy's stylist. You have to interview him. He's amazing. I was like, absolutely. There's nobody she ever introduces to me to that isn't incredible. So happy to have him here with us. And he's about to go on tour with Jeezy like tonight. So he's really,
That's
you know,
amazing.
getting it in on our part. But we appreciate you. We still can't see you, but I'm gonna bring you up. Can you hear us, Kris?
And his mic is off right now too. But VPR, of course, make sure y'all follow us on Spotify and iTunes, Apple Music as well. We definitely want you guys to tune into the previously episodes that we recorded, and we have a great interview with Qianathegoddess. And right now we have the one and only Kris Shelby tuning in.
What up?
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh man, come on, man! Another day, another blessing. We here, my brother. How y'all feeling today?
Man, we hanging in there, my brother. It's a great Thursday. You know, we bring a lot of love and light into the energy. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, good energy, my brother. All positive vibes. I feel like in these days, in these times in life, man, every day is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? We gotta appreciate every day we're able to open our eyes. You know what I'm saying? Be able to talk to our families, and you know, really, that's what life is about now these days, bro. Like the whole perception on, you know, life is just it's different now. You know what I'm saying? Like the appreciation for life just hit different, man. So, you know, every day I wake up, everybody, you know, when somebody asks me like, how you feeling today? I'm like, yo, I can't complain. I cannot complain. Like we here, we smiling. You know what I'm saying? We able to do what we love. Y'all doing what y'all love. I'm doing what I love. Like it gets no better than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that, and we touched on that when we first met, and I love that.
Hold on, let me see something. I can't hit you. Hold on, let's see. I wonder why I can't hear her. You guys, both of you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you, DJ, but Qiana, I can't hear you.
Let me drop my headphones and see if that works. Listen, it's Mercury retrograde.
I wonder if.
No.
What she said?
She was just saying it was Mercury retrograde. I think she took off her mic right now. But yeah, Kris, I'm seeing here.
Now I was.
Oh.
A little bit better?
Can you hear me now?
I still can't hear her. I can hear you clearly. I just can't hear her.
This is
That's crazy.
Yeah, I could hear her to a certain degree. So I'm gonna start off with a question, if you don't mind, Qiana. You know what I mean, and we could chime in if you could hear in between that. Kris, I'm sitting here. I'm on your IG page, man, and I'm just seeing all the pictures, and I'm like, I gotta step my style up. So I gotta step my style up, because you know what I'm saying. In 2020, I done seen everybody that brought out all the Dior's and everything like that, like it was cool.
Right.
What is your go-to outfit? What brands do you feel comfortable with? You know, what brands do you wear?
You know what, my brother, to be honest with you guys, like, it's not even about the brand to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not about the brand. It's about the feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's about the piece. You know what I'm saying? It's about and it could be something that's expensive, or it could be something that I found in Goodwill. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about that piece and that moment. I'm in that headspace I'm in at that time. You know what I'm saying? So you know, for me, like to be honest with you, it's never been about the designer. You know what I'm saying? Like and I respect every designer from the biggest name in the game to the
1
cat.
second, guys. I'm just having a little bit of issue with the mic.
Go ahead, Kris.
Yeah, this is crazy.
We're all having issues. It's Mercury retrograde. I don't even know if you can hear me.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm mad I can't hear Qiana. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not getting any audio, guys. Enough.
Keep talking.
Let me come. You guys, you can hear me?
I don't know if everyone. Yes,
strange.
I can hear you.
Qiana,
This is
hear me?
Mercury retrograde at its I can hear you. Okay, partner. Okay, go ahead. Keep talking.
So pretty much for me, it's never been about the designer. You know, like growing up in New Orleans, I'm originally from New Orleans. You know, it was about the creativity in fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, growing up, you know, in middle school and high school, it's about like how.
What in the world?
You can hear me?
Now I can hear you. I don't know what's going on.
I hear you now.
You can hear me now? Thank God. Okay.
So
Mercury retrograde, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I don't know what just happened, but I can hear you perfectly now. So
thank God.
But yeah, but has always been about the creativity in fashion, you know, and you know, when I was in high school, you know, we was into, you know, airbrush and, you know, painting on clothes and, you know, painting on your Air Force Ones, and it was never about the branding. It was about like the creativity, and, you know, I'm glad that I'm back into that headspace fashion where, you know, that fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, you know, a lot of people got lost in designer where they took the fun out of it because it started being about the money. You know what I'm saying? Where it was just about, it was just about like how much money can you spend on something. Like, to me, a lot of people was allowing that to make them, and that's not what fashion is about. You know, fashion is about, you know, fashion is your costume. You know what I'm saying? It's your, you know, you're speaking, you're pretty much telling a story who you are through what you have on. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, to what fashion is. It's not about, you know, if I'm wearing Dior, is that all you want to know about me? Or do you want to know about this look I got on and how I could tell you or paint this picture for you about what I have on right now? Like, for instance, like now, on
move your camera over a little. Perfect.
Right there.
There we
go.
go.
Right now, I have on a local designer. I actually saw him at Atlantic Station selling his pieces under this tent, right? And, you know, I was like, man, you got some crazy cool tie-dye pieces. He was like, oh, man, bro, like, where you from? And I was like, you know, I'm from New Orleans. He was like, bro, I got to show you something. He was like, I got this Essence Fest T-shirt that I bought down in New Orleans at Essence Fest, and I put my twist to it, and I tie-dyed it. So as soon as he pulled it out, and this is it I have on right now, I was like, I need it. I'm like, I need it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, first of all, it's representing New Orleans, which that's where I'm from. Second of all, you put your twist to it with the colors and the tie-dye. That's my thing. I'm like, I need it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and then, like I said, he's a upcoming designer who's just out here like selling his pieces on his own. He doesn't have his stuff in store yet. He's like, bro, like I'd rather do my own thing and hustle my own pieces instead of just trying to, you know, put it in store. I'd rather, you know, really touch the people when it comes down to the people who's buying my pieces. Like, I want to really get their reactions, and I really want to, and the feel of their personalities. And I'm just like, bro, well, you got me. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's when it comes down to fashion. I like uniqueness, and I just like different, and it has nothing to do with the price point. It doesn't matter if it's, and I've gotten things that, you know, from $3 to $3,000. You know what I mean? It's just got to be something I like. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have nothing to do with designer or the name.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And fashion is such an expression of self. You know, I worked in the fashion industry for years, and the thing I did love about it the most, because I wasn't in the creative area, so it was frustrating, but I love being able to dress differently for work every day. Like whatever they knew when I was going to come in, I was going to be whatever for the day, whether it was cowgirl inspired or, you know what I'm saying, with a twist, do my eye makeup. Like that was my thing. And I love seeing other people as well on that wave. Like you just know, you don't know what they're going to wear, but you know they're going to look amazing. And you looked incredible when I met you. FMI, you always look incredible. You're always very swaggy. Like I love it. Everybody I'm around is fashionable.
New York Fashion Week, man, that was good. It was an honor to meet you, and what you had on was crazy too. I ain't gonna lie, your outfit was crazy. It was just a good time, especially coming off of COVID, and it's been a minute since everybody's kind of been able to step out and go to a fashion show or see things, and that was my whole thing of going to New York, because I wanted to be inspired again. I felt like in the past 2 years, we just been being inspired through social media. Like I needed to really see everything in person. So to get back out there and see what everybody's wearing, be around fashion, hit a couple runway shows, man, it felt so good. New York, because I love New York. I love New York.
It's always easier to love from afar, though, I will say. I think after you've lived here your whole life, you're like, all right, ready for some other areas. But one thing I do love consistently is New York Fashion Week, man. I could do that 5 times a year instead of 2.
Oh my God, it's just, I'm telling you, it's like a breath of fresh air. It was something that I feel like a lot of creatives needed. A lot of people that I know, a lot of my friends who live here in Atlanta were like, I'm going, even if I got to just go for a day, like I need it. I need that feed. I need to be around it. I need to smell it. I need to be around. I need to see what's different out there. I need to see what people are wearing. And it's like, here in Atlanta, one thing I love about Atlanta is building stage of what Atlanta's becoming. Like Atlanta is like the new Hollywood of the South.
Yeah, it really is
crazy. You don't know who you might see on the streets in Atlanta now. Like, we've always been known for, you see certain like rappers and entertainers, but now, man, you don't know what actor or actress or anybody you might just see on the street or anyway, because it's a really big industry now as far as film that, Atlanta's just going crazy. So you have all these people coming from LA and Paris and all over the world, bringing different flavors of, street style and fashion to Atlanta. So being inspired by that is just like, it's dope as well, because you're getting a mix of that, including like the original, flavor of what Atlanta has to bring when it comes on like Southern, fashion. So you're just kind of getting the best of both worlds. So I'm just loving the way everything is just building right now, man. And it's just a good time. I can't complain about nothing that's going on right now. It's just a good energy. Everybody's in a real good headspace, and for the ones that aren't in a really good headspace, or I tell people that right now is a good time to reach out to people, talk to people, see what's on people's minds, and conversate with people. I know for me in the past year, just conversating with people has been a big thing for me. I've been really loving just talking to people, and just and people talking to me, because I have a lot on my mind as well too. So people jumping into my head, me jumping into people's head, and just making sure we are right. And if someone is creative, they're in the art, or they're in the fashion, or into whatever creativity headspace, and just kind of like being able to get it out and talk to somebody about it has just been amazing. So if you know anybody out there that's kind of like in that headspace, I tell people just talk to people now, because people need it right now. I think we all need it, especially the creatives in the world. A lot of people are in a weird box right now. So to be able to just to speak out on it and talk to others about it has really just been a good ordeal. So just meeting people like you and a lot of other people that I've met in different other cities has just been it sits at a really good place in my heart, because it's really been, like last year was crazy. So I told myself this year I just want to meet people, talk to people. I want to talk fashion, I want to see what people ideas that people got on their mind. I want to see, what people feel is going to be the next wave when it comes to fashion. I want to see, it's just an interesting conversation in general when it comes down to, not only just, fashion, but just music in general, because, we're seeing, a world in fashion right now. I feel like fashion, music is taking, a new wave of. I feel like R&B is coming back into a groove, like real
Yes.
R&B though.
Yeah.
Like people are sampling like a lot of dope records from the '90s and the '80s, and really doing. And I feel like people are really doing their homework when it comes down to in everything right now. So fashion music is like really tapping into these eras and bringing them back to life.
You're absolutely right about that. And I love that. I love that you're, so positive and forward thinking and that you're in a great space. I'm sure it wasn't always as easy. I would love to hear about your beginning journey into becoming a stylist, how you wound up linking up with Jeezy and, becoming Stylist to the Stars and that go-to person. Can you tell us about your journey?
I mean, so the journey, so I'm originally from New Orleans. Louisiana, no love. I'm 504 to the meat show. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna throw my age out there, but I feel like I came in during the right era of New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Like that bounce music era, that Cash Money, taking over for the 99 2000 era. Like I remember when Juvenile. Yeah. I remember when they said on radio that Juvenile was shooting the video for Back That Thing Up, and we need everybody to come out to the park that want to be in the video. Like I remember that day when that happened. So like I just remember this fun era in music and fashion and creativity in New Orleans, and that kind of like, be honest with you, that helped birth who I am. You know what I mean? Like a lot of who I am, comes from me being from New Orleans, especially when it comes down to on the creative side. New Orleans is such a bright city. We're known for bright colors, and, they got homes down in the 9th Ward and in the 7th Ward that are bright colors.
Don't forget the good food.
Oh, the good food. You can't leave out the good food.
Yeah.
And, it's just a bright, creative city, and a lot of that has helped me become who I am, to be honest with you, in the industry, because I'm known for just being someone who thinks outside the box, because I'm not afraid to play with colors. I've always believed in, us as humans, we're able to be and do whatever we want to do. We could, and like I said, fashion just like a costume, and I love playing with that. That's the reason why I play with the beard thing so much, because I'm like,
I was about to ask you about that. I'm like, I've never seen nobody pull off like the green beard and the match the hat. I'm like, damn, I'm out here with no hair dye, with just a chin strap, and I don't got no. I'm sat there, I'm sitting here the whole time, just like, damn, I gotta step it up right quick. But yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah, man, like the beard, man. I will say this: the beard changed my life. To be honest with you, the beard changed my life. It got me to where I'm at, just being different. To be honest with you, it's my trademark. It's something that people remembers me by, because outside of them not knowing my name, they're like, nah, the guy with the beard. Oh, Kris, yeah, okay. The guy.
It works.
Yeah, with the green. Okay, Kris. You know what I mean? Like, so the dude with the beard. There's not too many people out there.
Right.
Yeah, like the dude with the green beard. So like, me and my mother discussed years ago, like what's going to be my trademark into the industry, and I have a bald head, and I was like, well, what can I do, Mama? And she was like, I don't know, paint your beard or something. I don't know. I was like, you should do it? And she was like,
paint your beard or something. My mother would say something like that too. Oh, you.
Right. She's like, no, I'm like, no, let's try it. And when we tried it, man, it's been a hit since then. You know what I mean? So the beard definitely changed my life. I owe everything to the beard. I even got an endorsement for the beard from Manic Panic. Like, shout out to Manic Panic. They send me all my beard colors every month, and I've been rocking with them for 4 years now. It's a friendly product, and it doesn't mess up your hair. I mean, my beard, I take care of my beard like people take care of their hair. Like, I condition it, I moisturize it, and it's nice and healthy. So, big ups to Manic Panic on that side of the color wave. But so growing up in New Orleans, I feel like we've all had a dream to do something else. I'm sure you've had a dream to do something else. You had a dream to do something else. And, for me, I wanted to do music. I was doing music at a young age, which, you know, I was a part of a group out of New Orleans called the Block Burners. Big ups to my brother Blaze, man. That ain't even we got it tattooed on us, man. I got the Block Burners. I got this tattooed on when I was like 15. My first.
You know what it was? You're gonna burn the block.
I love it.
My first tattoo at 15, man. But it's, you know, I got it tatted on me because outside of music, you know, the Block Burners, like, we're family. You know what I'm saying? His son is my godchild. It's deeper than music when it comes down to me and him. So I don't regret not a day having this tattoo until the day I die. And you know, we were just having fun doing bounce music. You know, we came up in a bounce era in New Orleans, and we were just having fun doing bounce music, man. Looking up to people like, you know, Lil Wayne and the Squad of the whole Cash Money Records and No Limit and Master P and what they were doing. But then you had some of the legends down in New Orleans like DJ Jubilee and Partners in Crime and Big Frida and all these other big bounce
I've heard
artists.
about Big Frida, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, some of those bounce artists, Fifth Wall Weeby, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Fifth Wall Weeby. Fifth Wall Weeby was a close friend of us that taught us a lot when it came down to the bounce game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, rest in peace, Fifth Wall Weeby. But we looked up to a lot of those people on the bounce era, and we wanted to mimic that, but we were so young doing it, we were just trying to, like, you know, figure out our way into the game, and, you know, we wound up, you know, having a little deal with this label called Big Boy Records at the time. Mystical used to be signed under him, and the guy who used to own the label named Chuck, you know, he gave me and Blaze our first opportunity when we was 15, and we had a bounce record that went crazy in New Orleans, and it wound up on the radio, and, you know, it did numbers, and I mean, to be 15 with a song on the radio in New Orleans, and we was making some, it wasn't a lot of money. It was some good money to be 15, man. It was a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And we had so much fun doing it, and, you know, it's not a day I regret that. It was one of the best times of my life doing that with my brother Blaze and Big Up the Crime, because they were the ones that really molded us into who we were. You know, Mr. Mina and Kango Slim, they molded us into, you know, not only just local bounce artists, but they made us think on a bigger scale and on a more worldwide level. So big ups to Partners in Crime. So fast forward that, I wound up going to college, and after school, I was kind of like in this weird place of like what I wanted to do, you know, as far as like, do I want to continue doing music or, you know, I didn't know what I wanted to do, to be honest with you. And I wanted to just leave in New Orleans and decided I was going to just, you know, mentally go on a new journey in life and just figure it out, you know. You know, a lot of times, you know, I had a one-on-one conversation with God, and, you know, it was more of that pushing to that last push where I was like, you know what I've been afraid of my entire life, which was being able to step outside of the box. Like, I finally hit that plateau where it was time to do it. And I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew it was time for me to get outside the box. And it's crazy because that box, a lot of people are afraid about that box in life. You know, you think about people who've never left their city, never left their homes, never left the place that they're from. You know, and it comes from a place of just being scared. You're afraid to go out and see other people, try other foods, and, you know, you're so used to what you've come up under and the thing that you know, the store that you're used to going to, and, you know, the place that you're always used to going to, you're afraid of that. And I was afraid of that for years. You know, I was just like, I don't want to move nowhere else. I want to stay in New Orleans. And like I said, it just finally hit that, you know, it was time for me to leave. And I wound up leaving New Orleans, and I moved to Atlanta just off of the humbug of being like, I'm going to just go to Atlanta and figure it out. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to do music. It wasn't fashion. It wasn't fashion at all. I think I was like, I'm going to come here and do music and just figure it out. Maybe like get a family, and just, it was time to just grow up and become a man, I guess.
That's scary, man. I thought crossed a lot of people's minds. You know what I mean? When you have to put down the passion, and when you got to decide when, you know what I mean, is this gonna work for me, or I got to be over here?
Yeah, it was right. It was. I hit that point in my life, and I'm glad I hit it right at an early stage in my life where, you know, I still, you know, had the support from my mother, you know what I'm saying, and my father, and, you know, and my family, where, you know, I still had them behind my back willing to help me out with whatever I needed. And, you know, I came here, and I was just figuring out, man. I just got a regular job at I think I worked at DSW, you know, just working like that early morning shift, that 5 o'clock in the morning shift.
Yes.
I was, let me tell you something. You want to talk about over it? I was over that.
I can imagine.
So,
Creatives can't in those sort of like work boxes. You know what I mean? That's the best place to put a creative if you want them to self-implode.
Yeah, but you need that mold, because I will say all those jobs molded me into who I am right now. Because
absolutely,
what I said before I moved to Atlanta, I was like, I'm gonna work, but I'm not gonna stay comfortable. I was like, I'm gonna get a job, whatever that job is. I'm gonna look for another job after that. I'm gonna pay more, and then after that, I'm gonna find another job after that. I want to continue to keep on climbing that ladder to get to where I want, but I'm not gonna stay comfortable nowhere. So, you know, I went to DSW, left DSW, went to Macy's, left Macy's, started working at Ralph Lauren, left Ralph Lauren, went to Saks Fifth Avenue, left Saks Fifth Avenue, wound up working at Louis Vuitton. Then after Louis Vuitton, wound up getting my own store. You know what I'm saying?
But see,
that was
the progressive fashion,
like,
you know, different areas of fashion. Like,
you're pulling from those.
Yes.
Yeah, and I had to build, but every job I worked at played a big part in my life, from the things that I learned on, not only on a fashion tip, on a business tip, and the people that I met throughout that time. Because a lot of those people that I worked with at Macy's, I'm still in contact with those people through Facebook, through Instagram, like still friends with my managers from Facebook. I mean, they always tell me, you know, Kris, I'm so proud of you, like, you know, because they've seen that journey, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want nothing that was going to come easy to me. I wanted to work hard for it, and I wanted to be a builder. I wanted everything to happen at the right time. Like, I didn't want it to be forced. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. Like how people say, I'm gonna get it out the mud. Like, I was like, I want to get it out the mud. Make sure I'm not getting into something that I don't know nothing about. So I wanted to learn. You know what I'm saying? So through all those jobs, I was learning, and I was just taking opportunities, to be honest with you. And one of those opportunities came at Saks, where I met Erica Bowen, who used to work for Def Jam. She's like my family now. Her, KJ, and you know, big ups to Erica, because Erica's the one that kind of put me in a great position as far as with Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? And I was working with her on Saks, getting clothes together for him while I'm working at Saks. That led to me bringing his clothes from Saks to him personally, him meeting me, and him, like, us just becoming, like, you know, good friends, to building, you know, 7-8 years down the line what we have now. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it definitely took a few years to build what we have now. But, you know, he'll tell you right now, to this day, like, I'm the first person that put him in his first suit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, this year I did his wedding, you know what I'm saying, which blew me away, and which, for me, that's when it was real. That's when I knew it was real, because, you know, for someone on his caliber, you know, for him to say, you know, because I know he could have went and got anybody in the world. He could have went and got Ralph Lauren personally if he wanted to. For him to sit down with me and say, you know, Kris, bro, like, you put me in my first suit, you know what I'm saying, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't give you the opportunity to dress me for my wedding.
Beautiful.
And, you know,
that's a blessing, my brother. That is a blessing.
And that's I'm so happy that you said that, and you talked about the process of building, because that's what a lot of people are missing, the essentials of nurturing relationships, right? And not burning relationships. FMI and I have known each other probably 10 years at this point. You know, this was a relationship that was fostered. And then when we came together to do VPR, it was very organic. Kris is frozen.
Yeah, he froze at the most perfect time, VPR. Y'all seen that? You know what I mean? I'm sitting there just hearing his story, how he pulled from every store he worked at.
Yes, I love it.
Designer tips. He pulled, you know, the people that he's met, the managers that he's met.
Yeah.
And he carried it to his own business, and that's what it takes to be an entrepreneur now. You know what I mean? And it goes to show. He had to move from where he was comfortable, New Orleans, just to bounce back to Atlanta and brush shoulders with these great people, but they respected his craft and just his taste in what he did. and you know what I mean, and it's still probably opening up doors for his music, you know. And I know.
Oh, absolutely. I've got to go and find that song. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I wanted to add it to the VPR playlist real quick. That's what I was thinking about myself.
Exactly, partner. So unfortunately, we lost our guest.
Yes.
I know, like I said, he's going on tour with Jeezy tonight, so they're getting ready to travel and such. But check the flyer. You can definitely follow him. His Instagram is official Kris Shelby, Kris. And again, the flyer is actually up on the live stream. So please go follow him. I'll make sure we get him booked after the tour, so he can come back in and tell us how that was. And hopefully, you know, he won't drop off and we won't be retrograde anymore. But what a great story. I'm just so inspired.
Honestly, just to see him come from where, you know, he came from, dyeing the beard, and him, you know, his mother just throwing out that idea, and it became something that became so instrumental to his success.
Paint your beard, baby. I love it.
I'm sitting here like, yo, it's amazing. And that's the experiences that we want to bring here on VPR every Thursday, when we have these entrepreneurs that come here, when we have these discussions about society, hip hop, so many things that we discuss here. And
business,
it's a beautiful place.
investing, building. Yeah, we talk about it all. And shout out to all the parents as well that support their kids and their dreams. We need some more, I don't know, dye your beard, baby, moms and dads out here.
Man.
And encourage your kids to do whatever makes them happy, not what lines their pockets, because the money will follow when you're pursuing your dreams. And I mean, you know, Kris is doing very well.
Qiana, on the next episode of VPR, we need to address the I don't know, I'm gonna call it the minority experience with parents saying, oh, when you turn 18, you better be in the military or in college.
Please,
we got to discuss that next episode on VPR. I really want to pick up on that.
Let's absolutely do that, because I think that that's essential. We do not need to be just tossing our kids out into the street when they're 18. I think that that is a damn shame. We can't see Kris, but I do want to bring him on so that we can at least get him to throw his Instagram out. Kris, we're having so many technical difficulties, but hopefully you can hear us. You can tell people how they can follow you and what you have coming up. And when you come back from tour, we can get you booked again to come on VPR. We'd love that.
Definitely. Hopefully have you in person.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's probably just fixing his mic right now. But guys, you can follow him at the official Kris Shelby. And I want to make sure we say that one more time.
Screen. Absolutely.
Official Kris Shelby. He's a stylist for Jeezy. He's also the grooviest guy around town.
Yes.
His email is there. Get in contact with him, man. He does great work. And man, I need to step up. He might make me dye my beard. If you come back and you see my beard dye, VPR.
I died.
Don't act unfamiliar. You want to see this right here and this right here, just different color. Don't act unfamiliar. You know what I mean? You might have to leave that there for my birthday. My birthday's tomorrow. So all the birthday wishes that y'all sent to me on social media, I'm going to respond back to all of them. And I'm a very private person, but I appreciate it. And I thank you, events, to everyone.
I'm so happy, partner, and happy early birthday. We definitely got to turn up in the next couple of weeks. I'm having a little celebration. So I know you're going to be working and working and working, but we're going to make it pop.
And for your birthday, we'll speak after, you know, the show is over, because I definitely want to be there and have some of my friends that want to support you for your birthday also.
Oh, I appreciate it. Absolutely. Come through. So we're going to wrap up, but we appreciate you guys here with us on VPR Radio every single week from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you go and follow official Kris Shelby. As you can see, his energy is amazing. He is exceptionally talented, and just a great person overall to want to know and be inspired by. You know, wake up, smile, give gratitude, because it's another day. And God willing, we'll see you all next week. Partner, you're amazing, and I appreciate you. Happy early birthday. It's Libra season. Turn up.
Yeah, shout out to Retrograde being annoying, but it's cool. We're here, though.
Word up. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week, everyone. Stay well, stay positive, and don't let anybody ruin anything with you with their toxicity. Okay? Ciao.